So today is our last tutorial for the 3 days Canva challenge, and we are going to be having a longer time doing stuff, being that we are going to be doing the main design today. So first of all, you want to always come over here and enter your design, your design name your design. Okay, so I will just say tutorial right here, and then you can always select the template that you want right from here. If there is anything that resonates with what you are doing, you can take this. It automatically fits in right to the fit into the canvas area. So you can start with something something custom. When I take all of this out now, I can start with something from the scratch by creating everything from the scratch. Now you may be wondering why you're seeing all of this. I chose this template because this is the presentation template, and you know what presentation is. It allows you to create some kind of presentation for whatever project you are running. For example, if you want to deliver some kind of lecture, you know how you create presentation on PowerPoint. So this is typically what this allows you to do. So because we don't have much time, I decided to take up this template. So if you have this, you can just add a new page and then have another, and just that, then you can come over to present and then start your presentation here, right? So we wouldn't be going to that, but that is typically how this thing work with presentation. So I'm gonna highlight all of this, and then let's start with something from scratch. We're gonna start with our upload now. So when you come to upload, you can always take whatever you have, and then you already uploaded by yourself, and then just drop them in there. You will realize that I have two images here. This one has a background, this one doesn't have any background, and then Canva at the moment does not allow you to remove the background unless you are a pro member, unless you are a paying member. But then I have this software I use to remove it for free, and all you need to do is to upload the image or just copy and paste, and it's just kind of automatic, and the background is being taken out of the image. So if you want to learn how to do that with other stuff, you may want to sign up for the Canva masterclass, where I go in depth and step by step to show you how you can actually do all of these things and more. So I can just set this image now to the background, so by just right clicking on it and selecting set as background. So what again I can do is to either have an effect. Now this is pretty much what you can do with photos on images. And when you go to effect, you should be seeing, if you are just starting out with Canva with a new account, then you should see all of the apps arranged this way. Until you activate an app, it does not get activated. So this Jotun, I've activated this, and that is why I can use it. So if I want to activate Back TV, you can just click on it and connect. Usually it's free, so nothing to worry about. So I can just change the effect. and then I can come over to filter and add me a filter if I want to, or I can just remove the effect now. I mean the dual tone effect by doing the by going to undo and go to effects, select none, or I can just do it black and white, and just pretty much anyhow I want, so none. Adjust, you can blur this background, or you can just leave it the way it is, then and all of that. You can play with all of this. Again, another thing I can do is to flip this background, and this is applicable to all images and all elements. So when I click on flip, you can either flip horizontally, which is left to right, or you can flip vertically, which is up and down. And then let's flip this to, okay, let's leave it the way it was. And another thing you can do is to animate your design, but we're not going to be doing that right away. So we come over to this transparency. Then you can make the image transparent by increasing the increasing the transparency and reducing the opacity. So we have something like this. Let's increase it a little bit. We have something like this now. You can actually lock this background so that when you are editing, you cannot mistakenly go do something you don't want to do. So you can lock it, or you can lock pretty much anything. So you can move this, is there, or you can just come over and delete. Okay, so let's not lock that. So you can add a comment if you want to, if you are collaborating with somebody, and you can tell them please don't edit background. If you want to, if you are collaborating with maybe your staff or something, please don't edit background, and your name just comes up there. So when they come, they click on the background, it tells them don't edit it, or you can just lock. Cool. And now we go over to photos, and I'm not going to be doing much on this because we already dealt with photo. But if I go to this, I select this photo, and I have it right here, and then you can do all of what we have said. And then, but one thing I want to do again is this: when I have me two photos and I change this one to black and white, and I have me another one, and I want to keep my design consistent, what I can do is to come over to this, then click on this icon, and then you can see it's changed. My mouse and my cursor is changed. I just come over here and enter, and that is how to keep your design consistent. Very easy. Even if you have multiple pages, you can just copy and paste time without wasting your time. I'm going to delete that and replace. Okay, so another thing you can do is to come over to elements. Now about photos, you can always search for the photo you want. Right, there are free, there are paid. Again, in a master class, I show you where to get all these photos, even the paid one for free. Okay, so in the elements now, there are so many of them, but we are just going to select a few. We have this now. I can just edit and then make it smaller. I can have this, and let's say I'm gonna change that to, and let me look for a light color, or let me check one of the brand colors here. So if I use this now and I duplicate, I change that to white and I make it smaller a bit. So I'm just going to place it right here and make it smaller, man. And then that, like I said, this is going to take us our time, but then you should be able to do stuff with it after this tutorial. So I can make that one a bit transparent. Let me just change the color, so just to make things obvious, not looking for beauty now, but to make things obvious. And then I'm gonna push that in. Okay, so I'm just gonna group it, then do Ctrl D, and then let me keep this image. We're gonna use it shortly. So Ctrl D again, right? Okay, so we have this now, and then we are going to be doing something with it shortly. So there are so many elements you can use. You can choose them right from here, and then we go back to these are shapes. We go back to the element menu. We have frames. Okay, so frames, like I explained, basically transform a photo to look exactly the way it looks. What am I saying? A frame transforms the shape of an image to look like the frame. If I take me this photo now, place it right inside here, it looks exactly like the circle frame. Okay, if I do Ctrl Z and bring that back, and then I delete this, I come over to Sea of Frames, and I just select me. There are so many of them. I just select me this laptop frame. I'm gonna make that smaller, and let me move this one now. Just now what I'm doing is move this. Okay, I'm just gonna lock this here, and then highlight, and then move them to the up, make that smaller, so I have space to do what I'm doing. So I can change the properties, change this one to black. So what I can do is to drag this photo. Since it's already have the shape of this laptop, I'm gonna place it there, and then I have this right here. Cool. Highlight, move downward. Okay, so we have something like this now, and then I can change this one maybe to, let me show you these two, and you can try the rest. Okay, I've shown you this one, but nevertheless we'll do it again. So I can put this one right here, and you can see what we now have, or I can do Ctrl Z and drag this to this cycle, and I'm gonna have it right here. Delete this, and then another thing I can do, go back to elements, select cycle, and then let's use a brand color now to keep our things consistent. Make it bigger. I can send it to the back, and then we have this now. So we have something that looks like this. So big. it smaller. Okay, and then I can group and move it up. Right, or better still, I can ungroup and remove this from image. So I'm just going to put the one with the background, right, that has the background on. Go me back to upload and get me this one, and then because let me make it so it fits in, and then the laptop shows right there. Okay, I think we have something better now, and I can move just to align it better, and then group. Right, so again we go back to elements and we can check on other ones. Now what grid mean, if I click on grid, it's gonna share my screen, I mean my canvas into two equal parts, and I can click on this and then I can change me the color if I want, and I can click on this and I can change me the color too. So this is basically what grid can do for you. Okay, so what if I do what if I do delete and then just move the whole grid out of the way? What have I done? Move the whole grid out of the way. Good. So we have we're back to where we started. Now gradients are one of the best element to spice up your design. For example, I can have this one here, and then I can change the color to just anything I need, and I can make it smaller and put it right here. Then I can duplicate and I put this right here if I want to, or I can get me something else if I want to, and then have it right here, and then maybe this to the edge, and I'm gonna change this one now to this, and this to white, and then this color, oh no, let me change it, remove it completely, and then send it to the back, and then create some kind of transparency now, and we have something like this. Okay, now you get the gist, even though it's not making so much sense, but then you get the gist. And you can use so many of them, so many gradients around here you can use. But there is something else I want to show you about this gradient 15. Something else I want to show you. I'm going to change the color now, and then this to white. Now what I want to show you is this. You can literally take up a box and then kind of have some parts of your design look a different color or fade into different colors. So if I change this now, you can see it's faded, and I can even drag right to the edge, and then you see I have two different color blending together within same design, and I can send that to the back, and then if I do that, now we have something that looks this way. Nevertheless, I'm going to remove that. So there are different shapes of this kind of gradient that you can use, and then the one that fits into our design perfectly is this one now. So I can change the color here to this, and then the color here to white, and I can send that right to the back. I can make it a little transparent if I want to, and we have something like this now, and then I'm just going to delete it again. Okay, that is that about the gradient elements. There are so many of them that you can use. And then I'm gonna go to text now. Let's do the text editing stuff. So what I typically do is just get me text and keep things simple for myself. So I'm gonna say maybe easiest way. And then I'm gonna do Control D. B-O-O. So let me just take this out of the whole thing. What am I doing now? Easiest way. Okay, is correct. Bus. The center, Control D. I'm gonna just have that. Okay, now I have me three text here. Right here I have me three text, and then I can change the the font family or the font by coming over to this place, click on it, scroll just to find the one I need, or you can just type, but I'm gonna choose Ubuntu for now. And when I have that right here, what I can do again is, of course, basic text editing. Now this one align, which we're going to look at shortly. Then okay, let me do Control D. Learn how to start your own business in just 20 days. That's too much. These days people like shortcuts, so in just 3 days. Okay, we have this now. We have this right here. So what I'm gonna do is that I can make that bold by highlighting, go to bold. I can change the color by coming over here, click away. You see the color is changed. That's a bad color, man. So I keep it this way. Now I can italicize it, and I can align to the left, and then I can also align to the right, or align to the center. Of course, I can justify if I want. So that's that. And then I can make the text smaller, or just come over here and select up, just type that in and do enter, and that is that. But then let's keep this organized and make it bigger a bit. Okay, so we have this now, and then what else we can do is to do what we call keeping consistency within our design. For example, if our brand color says that this text has to be this. If our brand color says that this text, let's say this is also this color, and this is also this color. Now if our brand wants us to have all of this text as black, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to come over here, and then if I want everything bold with this font styling, I'll just come over and click on it and come over here, paste, then copy that again, come over here, paste. No, I missed that. Then copy that, copy this now, come over here, paste. I'm missing it, and copy, come over to this here, paste, then right here, paste. So you see what happens now when we do the pasting stuff, kind of make the work easier and then keep things consistent. Okay, so this is not in any way trying to make things beautiful, but showing you exactly what you can do with the editing features. And then we have that ready. What again we can have is this. I'm just going to delete this down. Let's get some other cool pictures. Maybe remove this too. Okay, gonna add this now and add this lady too, and then I think I have one more. I'll be this lady here, so load that and highlight, bring them this way, and then take that there, push this guy, missed it, now push this guy to right here, and then pick me this lady, put her in the middle, then I'm just going to bring this guy in right here. Okay, so now let me just do one stuff. Now I can come and make this lady look this way, and I'm gonna copy that same style and I'm gonna paste it right here, so easy, right here, so everybody looks the same. Now we have this, and then we're just gonna move on. I'm gonna make this background to be white. Just make this background to be completely white now, and then so we have this now. What again we can do is to come over to what we call animation. Animation is pretty much adding animation to your design. So if I do block, you see what that does. If I do fade, if I do tumble, if I do rise, then the rest of course is for pro members, but then let's use block. Now I forgot something about text editing, and that is adding some effect to text. Now you can add any kind of effect. I'm just gonna of course. So you can just add this, Control Z. Right, so I'm just going to change that font, make it 28, and then going to change the distance to say Ubuntu. And there is this thing I want to do now. Let me take this guy upward. Now this thing I'm going to do to cycle, make this text appear in circular form, which was not available on Canva until lately. You can just make this to take the shape of a cycle with just one click, and all you need to do is to come over to Effect and then scroll down, and you see curve, and you can curve the text. Right there we have a curved text. You can see it is overlapping the image. So what I can do again is to come back to the effect, and I'm just gonna make it wider or expand a little bit, and then we have this. I can just now move it up a bit. So that is how to curve your text. And if I decide to duplicate, if I want this to be looking upward or to face upward, what I can do is to still come back there, and then instead of dragging to the right, I'm dragging now to the left. So I have it facing upward, so I can move it this way, and then just that. Oh, I just missed that. Okay, so we have it now. So we have this. I can drag a bit, and then just that. So but pretty much that is how you do the curving of text. So if I have this now, what again I can do is to play this to see how it's gonna turn out, and I can reduce the timing or increase, which means the whole of the stuff here will play for 14 seconds. So if I go to okay, let's continue. We're gonna do that later on. So let me reduce this now to 4 seconds. Okay, another thing we can do is to add audio, and of course there's so many audio around, and then most of them are paid for, but then you can upload your own audio. And you go back to upload, go to go to upload audio, then you can see all the audios that you can have right there on Canva. And then I'm just going to play it a bit. And that's pretty much how this work, the audio stuff work. I'm going to reduce this volume now. Cool. Again, I can go to the audio and just select me one right here, say the game buster, and I'm gonna play it. Once it is loaded fully, it should start playing. Now there is something you want to take note of, and this is when you have your design to play for 4 seconds or for whatever time you have. Now that equivalence of time will be highlighted within the audio. What you're going to do is to move it to the area you want to select, or the area you want to play, the area of the audio you want to play. What you cannot do is to kind of cut and join audio within Canva. Now you cannot do that because it's not readily available. Then again we have the video. So when we have the video, you can you can have a video, you can have video in your design. So if I send this to the back now, and then you have that, so this can of course play. Okay, so that can play. If I click on this play, so it's going to play. Usually the videos don't make a sound, so they will not make no sound. So I'm just going to delete that. So the background